Welcome everyone, for everyone who's tuned in here. People are still joining in, but I am happy to present to you this episode of on the series called Beautiful Planet. The idea is to chat with young minds. I always believe that uh, the earth that we live in, the planet that we live in today, is basically a gift from our ancestors and something that we have protect and save for the younger generations. And having uh, having brought up two children of my own, and also having taken a lot of school trips when I used to do that at one point in time, my I am assured and I have great faith and hope that the young children, with the way they think, they are they will be they are extremely qualified, or they are I must say they are spot on where environment is concerned. They need to be given they need to be given the space. They need to be given the assurance that the adults around them are here to protect the planet along with them and walk with them to see that we have a beautiful planet to talk about all the time. So let me introduce you to Samya Goel. She's a class 10 student from Sri Ram School. And she's one of the first people, apart from Ahilya, of course, who reached out when I said that we were doing this. And it's a great pleasure, Samya, to have you here.
Same here. I'm very delighted to be here.
Yeah, I'm so happy, and also very happy that you've recommended this to other people. And for everybody listening in, especially parents of young children, please get your children to come and talk. It would be very, very nice, and we'll kind of sum this all of this up. And I've already written to the UN for the World Environment Day people. I've written to Green Planet. I've written to Greenpeace to see if any of this can be documented and taken forward. So, Samya, let's begin with when did you start getting aware of the world around you?
So I think it was since that I've been brought up in such a way that I've been very close to the environment. I've always seen that everyone in my family tries to cure themselves with naturopathy, Ayurveda as much as possible. And my grandmother's always been into gardening. So I've always been very used to, planting trees, and I just love the feel of the soil. And that's
Fantastic.
when I think environment was imbibed into me since the very start. And after we joined school, our school has also been very sensitive towards the environment and teaching us that we should be the last generation to face such a climate. And yeah, I think that's how I've always been
That's
very
fantastic.
close to the environment.
Yeah, I will come to Sri Ram School later, because my children also in their early days did go to Sri Ram School, and I'm very proud of saying environment consciousness and sustainability actually came into our homes through the children, right? Though we know a lot of it, you don't just you are aware, but you don't make the right choices. So let's. I liked what you said about that. You like the feeling of the soil. We there is a certain uh, joy with the first drop of rain, with the first when even the smell of freshly washed clothes that rise out of the sun. These are things that are very poignant, and we really like. So do you do any help your mother in gardening now? Do you have a
Uh,
garden?
yes, so we're currently working on a terrace garden. So my brother and my uncle, they really like gardening. So we're growing we're trying to go as organic and as homegrown as possible. So we've grown a lot of vegetables. We have chilies, we have fenugreek. My brother recently even grew turnip
Oh,
and radish.
fantastic! On a terrace garden.
Yes,
Yeah, that's a good one, because being the turnip grows under the soil, which means you need
yeah,
a lot of girth in your right. Yeah, and yeah, go ahead. You're telling me that. Yeah, and you're
yeah.
growing what
So
else?
that the spinach, and like we're trying to grow as much as we can. Recently, raspberries, tomatoes. So yeah, all of that. And I
Fantastic.
think that's how, because we are sowing seeds every day, we are upturning the soil. So I think that that's what really gets us back to the environment.
Fantastic. So, what are the subjects that you take up in school, Samya? What's your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject is actually math. So
Okay.
I have math, science, uh, SST, and I have home science.
And
Home science.
okay, fine. You do have environment sciences, don't you?
Yes, we do. So we can drop science to take environmental science.
Environment. So, do you do environment science or no?
No, we used to do it till fifth grade. So it was like a
Okay.
compulsory subject till fifth grade. But
Okay.
after that, we do regularly have environmental sessions talking about the current climate crisis. But we don't have it as a stipulated subject. So we can drop science and take environment.
Okay. So, Sriram School has an environment club, right? Are you
Yes.
and you are part of that? And what do you all do as a part of environment club?
So as a part of the environment club, there are different activities which are planned for different weeks or for different months. So recently, we made eco brick benches. So
Okay.
eco bricks are when you stuff plastic bottles with plastic and you turn them so hard that they actually are used as bricks.
As
So we
bricks.
created benches. We created benches from those eco bricks. So we told all the students to get us plastic bottles and get us plastic packaging separately, and then we stuffed those bottles with the plastic, and we made benches out of that.
Oh, fantastic. And
So we are doing
tell
such
me,
activities.
yeah, among your friends, I mean, you're a class of 25, right?
30.
30. So among your
Yeah.
friends, do you see this awareness is there with everyone? Does everybody in the class, in your class, join together for these activities? Do you have a great turnout where the environment clubs are concerned and any activities regarding environment is concerned?
So we do have great representatives, which are one student who heads the environment for the grade. And then we have environment clubs, which has a stay back every Thursday, and then we do different activities for that. And I think, yes, generally, because of so many sessions that we've had with a lot of environmentalists, like we have Madhu Bhatnagar ma'am, who
Yes, I know Madhu
we
ma'am.
have
Yeah.
regular sessions with. So I think that has actually imbibed a lot of sensitivity towards the environment into all the students in the school. So I definitely think that there is consciousness out there, and people do come together for the environment, whether that be tree plantation or any such kind. That we're always present in a huge number.
Fantastic. So there's a lot going on about the environment just now, you know that, and especially
Yeah.
the last 2 years with Greta Thunberg, there's been a major movement. How do you think the adults around you are responding? I mean, are you happy with the way the adults are responding?
Yes, I think they have realized that their generation has spoiled the environment, but they're also realizing that they are helping us, they are creating a supportive environment where we're able to become responsible towards the environment, and yeah, I think they're definitely supporting us, and I mean they're always there to help, and they have given us a platform where we can display how we can improve the environment.
Okay, fantastic. So here's another. You talked about how your school inspires you, right? So which is like it really is on on a day-to-day basis with the environment clubs and things like that. How do you take this forward? There must be people around you. Do you encourage people? Do you request your friends to join in? Do you work with peer groups to get them involved? Does that happen, or people automatically just join in? Are you a part
No,
of the crusading brigade?
no, people automatically join in. They do realize that we've taken so much from the environment and we need to give back. People on their own join in when a circular rolls out talking about that these environment societies are open. Uh, so people do
Okay.
turn up themselves.
They do turn up to be a part
Yeah.
of it. And uh, for example, I mean, so you know, if suppose there are posters to be made, there are you have to create say awareness campaigns or something like that. Is there a lot of interest? What are the great ideas that you have seen in the last couple of years, which you thought really impacted a lot of people across the board? I mean, what are the great ideas that you have liked?
So our school started something called newspaper drive. So like you have different houses. So every house has to collect as much newspaper as possible. And then because of so that kind of imbibes recycling and reusing. And that newspaper was then sold away. And whichever house got the highest number of newspapers, I mean, by weight, they used to win. They used to get extra points for that. So everyone was really enthusiastic by getting as much newspaper collected from their neighbors, from everyone. So then that went to recycling. So I think that was one really great initiative. And then secondly, whenever there was any kind of a campaign going on.
Yeah, just let's stay on this. So they collected, what was the overall idea behind this newspaper collection? I mean, what happened to the newspapers thereafter?
They were sent to a recycling, like a company, I would say. So where they were recycled, because usually people just give it away to the kabadi walas, and then you don't know what's happening after that. Okay. There are very less percentage by people who actually give it to recyclers. So the point was to collect everyone to get as much newspaper recycled. Whoever had the most newspaper by weight, there was this great anthem in everyone that we want to collect more newspaper.
The more newspaper. I mean, that's fun, right? And do you have any idea what happened to them? I mean, where the newspaper finally ended? Where did it go?
No, actually, that was not disclosed to anyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And we had one.
You were talking about another initiative. Yeah.
So whenever campaigns or any kind of a rally had to be done, school promoted that we painted newspapers. So for example, if it was happening, elections were happening for the student body, for the council. So everyone, you were only allowed to use recycled newspapers. So we had to paint newspapers. Otherwise, the poster were not allowed to be put up.
Fantastic. That's a great initiative. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. And so, who is your inspiration in the this environment initiatives that we are seeing now? I mean, internationally, nationally, who are your heroes?
I think Greta Thunberg has really set up an example that children and we can do anything. I mean, her enthusiasm it's really grasping. So I think that would be at an international platform. And at a national platform, I think for me, I've always seen Madhu ma'am, and I think she is just great. I mean, the way she brings all the students together and the way she affects the students, I think for me, at a national level, it would be Madhu ma'am.
It would be Madhu ma'am. Fantastic. So let's look at the challenges that you're seeing, right? So what are the challenges that you see? And then we'll talk about what are the things that you saw improving in the last 2-3 months due to lockdown. So what are the challenges that you're seeing when we talk about environment, about climate change and environment degradation and things like that? What are the challenges that you are seeing?
Sometimes I think that people are still sticking to a little orthodox. Like when I go to school, I see that there's only one child traveling in a car. Either they could have carpooled, they could have used the public transport. So I think there's somewhat insensitivity over there that they haven't realized that it's a now or never situation.
Fantastic.
And something I also see is that areas that can be turned into lush green gardens or just can be turned into green zones are being used as dump yards. So roadsides and footpaths, they're being dumped. They're being used as dump yards. Instead, they can easily be used to make greener areas.
Greener areas, yeah. So garbage, garbage bothers you, right? And carpooling, people not resorting to carpooling bothers you. Do you do a lot of walking? I mean, short distances. Do you prefer walking? Do you do that?
I prefer cycling to the places.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. And you do? I mean, is it around your home where you're living? Is it safe in terms of traffic to cycle on your own and go? And
yes, I mean, you have to be cautious, definitely. But it's pretty safe to cycle around.
You do it within your community. I mean, within your complex or something like that. You don't.
Actually, I don't live in a complex. I live in an individual house. But
Okay.
I generally do it around my house or in an inside park, in a
Okay.
nearby park.
Okay. Great. So let's also look at one more thought. I haven't heard many people talk about water, right? So there is a huge. I mean, where I live, I see people hosing down cars and pouring water in their gardens. There's so much water wastage. It just bothers me. Does it bother you as well?
It definitely does. Whenever I see anyone wasting water, I recently saw someone cleaning their car with a pipe, with a
Yeah.
hose, right?
Yeah.
So I went on and I told them that could you please do it at the park? You are wasting so many liters of water.
Yeah.
So it definitely does bother me that people are not realizing
Not
how
realizing. Yeah.
where we are, we're just at the edge.
So
And
what is the reaction when you go up and tell people any of this? What is the general reaction that you get, Samya? I mean,
uh,
even adults.
at first,
I largely mean adults because I know youngsters. They will look at you and say, you mind. I mean, I've seen people, youngsters saying this. You mind your own business. What do adults say?
I think first they do seem a little annoyed, but they do realize that we need to save water. So
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people around. If they're going for a morning walk and they see water leaking from somewhere, they do contact the person. They do contact the owner
They
of the house
do.
and tell them. And
Yes.
people do not mind. They think that it is their responsibility to save water, and there is water scarcity. So people really don't mind. They do seem a little annoyed, but then they realize that it's their responsibility.
Fantastic. And so, I mean, that's really hopeful because I always think that people, especially where water is concerned, people are they have a blind spot, both water and garbage and litter is concerned. So people like literally have a blind spot. But that's really good to know. And I think coming from young people like you, people would probably be a little bit more receptive, I think. Now let's look at travel. Have you traveled have you traveled to places? Do you travel quite a
Yes,
bit as a family? Do you all travel a lot?
yeah, we do travel quite some. So
Yes,
I
yeah.
recently last year went on a trip to Switzerland as well, and
Okay.
yeah.
So,
So I think yeah.
tell me a hotel, lodge, or retreat that really impressed you with their conservation, water conservation, nature conservation ideas or ideals.
So there is a treat in Gurgaon. It's called Terry. So they
Okay.
have these really sustainable resorts where they actually have uh, like pipes going through the walls, which
Yeah.
so that there's air circulation. How the hot air rises and it goes to the pipe, and then it gets cooled down and comes again from the bottom. So I
Okay.
think Terry was one really great resort in that.
Resort that you liked, and especially when you are traveling with family, with your siblings and everybody, how do you? I mean, what is it that you pick up, and then you kind of what are things that you pick up and you would like to bring back home or talk about, or things that inspire you?
I think uh, our family usually prefers to travel to natural places because I think one goes on a vacation to actually get out from the hustle and the bustle of the city.
Yeah,
So I really like to just and grab all the nature that I see, all the enchanting views. I just try to grasp all that I can. Like if you go to the southernmost point of India, and when you see the confluence of the species, I think it is a mesmerizing scene. It is just a
fantastic,
mesmerizing sight, and I just feel that I wish I could just capture it forever.
absolutely. And what are the places in India you've been to?
So I've been to Calcutta, I've been to Kanyakumari,
Yeah,
Surat, I have been to Jammu Kashmir,
yeah.
Himachal.
Yeah, fantastic. Um, okay, so let's also talk about a few things that you probably, have you. We spoke about this when we spoke earlier. Have you done posters in any of the campaigning that you've done with your school? Have you done posters? Any poems that you think that you have written? Anything that you'd like to share?
So actually, I really like writing poems as a hobby, and
Okay,
I recently wrote one on COVID-19, on what its
okay,
impact is on us and uh, how it's just affecting nature. So actually,
fantastic.
it's a really long one. It's about 600 words long.
Okay,
But I
so
just have this excerpt which I read like.
yeah, do that. Do read that. That'll be really good.
So it starts like this pandemic came for a reason. The humans had committed treason. We had taken the earth for granted and never took care of what it planted. We all cared about ourselves and never thought that for Earth we're actually just an elf. Our existence was not her priority. We had forgotten that she had authority. Her primary concerns were her animals and plants, and not us humans who pretended to be her aunt. We need to learn to live in harmony because all that we need in life is not money. Lastly, we need to start giving her what she needs, otherwise, we know to what that is.
That's fantastic. That's really good. And so let's talk about. I mean, this is really wonderful, and you've really, I mean, you just picked up the right things. We really need to start looking at the way we live, all of us actually. So, what are the changes that you saw in this COVID lockdown? Something that
I think
really, yeah,
I think that all those grandma stories which used to seem like fantasies, where there are blue clear skies and there are birds chirping everywhere, I think that's really come to life. How we see that there are just clear skies. I mean, the pollution level dropped unimaginably, and I think that's one thing that the clear skies. By hobby, I really like doing photography. So I mean,
yeah.
it's just amazing to see such clean skies and
Yeah, absolutely.
the
And that's
birds chirping
just
around.
sitting in Gurgaon, right? Just sitting in Delhi or
Yeah,
Gurgaon. Mm,
yeah.
yeah.
And I think in general, everything got a reset button, which we really needed. And I think this is the last time Mother Earth seems so kind enough to give us a reset button because we're not going to get it again. And I think we need to make full use of it. I think something like a lockdown once in a month, so just weekends, alternate weekends should happen so that Earth gets the space that it's asking for.
Fantastic. Just a breathing space for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are a lot of children listening in. I saw Ahilya just now. Ahilya wrote in to say hello. You met Ahilya last time. I sent the video
Yeah.
to you. So what would you like to tell people who are viewing in today? First, let's say something that you'd like to tell the adults who are viewing in today, but because we still, one of the things that I really I worry about is when people talk about bouncing back. That really scares me because bouncing back gives this image of all of them jumping back and doing extras and excesses that so everything that the footage or the ground we gained in the last 3 months, all that will go about will go off in a jiffy. But what is it that you would like to, three things that you would like to tell adults?
Uh, the things I would like to tell adults. So firstly, I would say that um, they should motivate as many people as they can around them to become eco-friendly, and so that there's just a community movement to which everyone knows what they have to do. Secondly, I would like people to organize drives in their area. They could be any type of a drive, a cleaning drive, or just in a drive where they're just giving out information to people. I think people sometimes don't have the information as well.
Yes,
They
absolutely.
don't
Yeah,
know about what's going on. They don't
yeah,
actually know about the crisis. So I think they need to be reminded of what situation we are actually sitting in.
yeah.
And the third advice I would like to give them is that um, they should be kind to the people around. They should be kind to the animals around. Like in lockdown, no one is serving the animals, right? So I think that uh, no one is giving food to the animals. So I think that everyone should do their bit and be kind to animals because I think the animals also deserve what we deserve equally.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what is it that you would like to tell your friends and the
So I would like to say,
young people listening in? And I'm sure a lot of your friends are listening in. I know Ahilya is there, so
I think that what I would like to say is that it's all in us, and I think we should be the last generation to face such an issue, and the first generation to make a difference. And I think it's us who really needs to start a change. And we are young people; we have the power. Our future is in need of help. It won't be affected to anyone else, no matter how much we study. But if there's no future ahead of us, there is no point.
yeah,
So I started an initiative. It was called Save a Paper and Code. And I think I
Sorry,
really
say
got,
that clearly. I just missed it. Save.
it's called Safe Paper in Courts.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
I think I really got a momentum because of my friends, everyone who helped in. So I was able to get 1,300 signatures on
Okay.
change.org. And I think it was because everyone came together to help. So I think
Absolutely.
if we take a step, everyone is there to help. So I think everyone should be there just to support, you know, because we do need support. We cannot make a change by ourselves. I think all
Absolutely.
youngsters should come together to be as helpful to each other as we can.
Yeah. So tell me about the initiatives. What is the Safe Paper on Change dot? Or I'm going to look that up. So what does it say? What does it ask you to do?
So actually, the courts currently use a format in which they print on legal size page, which is which is much bigger in size than a normal A4 size sheet, and they only
Absolutely.
fit 25 lines on it, which can easily accommodate 50 lines, and they leave margin on all sides, and but only margin is needed on the left for binding and on the below for signing. So
Fantastic.
they use a lot of paper in that. So I suggested them an idea that and they only print on one side of the page. So I
Absolutely.
suggested, why don't you print on both sides of the page, write in a smaller font so that we can accommodate more lines and we use less paper.
Less paper.
So
Fantastic.
in that way, 3 pages of what they want can actually be accommodated in one page over time thing, one side over time
Abs-
thing. So that way we will be able to save 80 lakh pages in the Supreme Court in just a year. And that's
oh,
only in the Supreme Court.
fantastic. And
So
how
the
did you
court,
take this? Yeah, sorry, go ahead. These are legal
so I'm
papers,
going to,
right? You're talking about legal papers.
yes, even if you print mine on a legal paper, the format that I'm asking for,
Hmm.
3 sides of there will turn one side of mine.
Okay. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
for this, I made the petition and I put up stalls during the PTM in school, and I gained 1,300 signatures till now. And the courts have taken action. So the Calcutta High Court has changed to both sides, and they're using lesser margins, and they've also dumped green paper. The Calcutta High Court specifically used to print on green paper. So now
Okay.
they're printing on normal white paper. And the Supreme Court is also printing on both sides with a smaller font.
Fantastic. That's really brilliant. And thank you for sharing this, Samya. Um, and what now? What next? What are you working on? I'm sure you must be busy. You got into class 10, right? Just now?
Yes,
You
yes,
moved into class 10. So
yeah.
this is a very important year for you. But what other things are you planning? What are you
So
coming
for
up
the
with?
petition, take it forward. I will definitely be trying to fix appointments with lawyers and judges of the Supreme Court so that we can make a change after the
Fantastic.
COVID situation has is in hand. And I think the one more thing that the judges have actually gotten used to is now going digital due to COVID. So because all
Yes.
the laws are getting passed by the Supreme Court, the whole court is being held online. So I think if they
Fantastic.
could change the whole thing to online itself, that would be just amazing.
Fantastic. And how can I help you? I mean, how can we help you? And there are a lot of adults listening in. What would you like us to do?
Actually, the main thing that I would like support from everyone would be to sign the petition, which I have made. It's on change.org. You can just search it up. It will come as the Safe Paper Initiative.
Okay.
Uh, because that is one way that I can prove to any judge, lawyer, or any such authority that I have the support and everyone wants the change to happen.
Happen. Exactly. Yes. Yeah, that's
So
really
mainly that is
fantastic.
how I can get support of everyone and I can prove to them that everyone wants the change. It's not just me.
Absolutely. So I hope you all got that. It's on change.org. You need to look for Save Paper Initiative and help sign the petition. And we support Samya Goyal on this. Thank you, Samya. Anything else you would like to share before we sign off for today?
I think I would just like to tell everyone that the environment is ours, the future is ours. So it's only us who can save it. And we should definitely do our best because Mother Earth has given us everything and we really need to give back.
Thank you so much, Samya. That was Samya Goyal on Beautiful Planet. And I request children listening in to come up and talk to me and my colleague. There'll be other people who will be joining in. And it would be great to hear young minds talk about what they think about the planet and really drive a change. It was fantastic listening to you, Samya Goel, on your Save Paper initiative. I request all of you again to look at change.org and please sign in. And please sign and show some support for Samya. Samya, well done. And that you're quite a heroine on that one. Thank you so much for joining in. You're
Thank you so much
truly
for giving us the
inspiring.
platform where we
No,
can
this
actually
is
show up our skills.
absolutely. And please, please recommend and please ask your friends to come and chat here. Let them come and share their
Sure.
ideas, right? And thank you so much. And kudos to you, kudos to your school, and kudos to Madhu ma'am for inspiring and initiating all you children into into the facts around environment. Because I think you will lead the change, and I have great faith in that. Thank you, Samya.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.